film the pickup vid tomorrow if I get the game, but put it up maybe Thursday. I'm gonna do another digital camera vid probably tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to put gum in it or not. I might, but there's gonna be, Q-tip tapping on the thing. Someone wanted to see picking of the camera lens with like tweezers as well. Someone wanted to see, and brushing it and tapping the camera itself and stuff. The usual stuff I'll typically do with that. See, the plus about being able to use that digital camera is like I can tap on it, scratch it, pick at the lens, and it doesn't matter because I don't use that digital camera at this point for anything else, so I can kind of beat it up a little bit. If I had like a $400 digital camera, I wouldn't be doing that. So there'll be that. I need to get the little PlayStation, the USB stick gameplay up as well. I want to do We Happy Few 2 this month also. I need to open that. Give that a bit of a play. Those are both gifts, so thank you again to the people who got them for me. I'm going to do the PlayStation 1 soon first, and then I'll do the other one. Skyrim's one of my pickups. I mentioned it in Ramble last week. That's going to be one of the pickups I put in. I'll talk about it a little more in that video, but I've been playing the hell out of it. It's funny because, on Xbox, or I assume PS4 has it too, if you just kind of pause your game or whatever and sign out, like as long as you don't play another game, you'll go back to where you were in the game that you were playing. And I'm going to save my game the other day, and I'm like, that seems like a lot of hours, and I'm like, holy shit. It's just because the game's just paused. It's counting all those hours. I just have the system off. So I've probably which is crazy, I've probably played like 40 hours of the game already. Maybe not 40, 30. Yeah, maybe. It says like 190. Because I really just been playing the hell out of that. I had downloaded Evil Within, the first one, off of the system during the sale. I think it's still going on. It's $4, $3.99. So I was like, you know what? Perfect. I'll pick that up. Who knows when I get around to playing that one. Probably do an eye exam roleplay this month. Probably like two shady vids. People seem to really like the console collection vid, so that's cool. I'm trying to think of what else, I mean, like, I know vids to do, but like I meant to say like video game related, I don't know. I did my Switch collection and the Xbox One collection last month, so. Unless I wanted to revisit a Vita collection, I don't know. I gotta do that'll be this week as well. I gotta do the second upper deck box vid as well. I forgot about that. I'm surprised I've lasted this long without just ripping it open. So maybe I'll actually do that tomorrow. I realistically could have did that today, but do a nice ramble instead. And maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to film 2 videos tomorrow if I can. Unless I get called into work, I don't know. It kind of has to change on the fly. But yeah, just playing freaking Skyrim. Like, I've actually been doing I did the Hearthfire stuff I'm doing, and I have built my house and stuff, and There's like a giant hanging out outside of it. I killed him once, and now there's another one there doing the same thing. I was like, oh, it's gotta be some kind of glitch. But I'm playing through the Dawnguard DLC now. I think I'm level 28 or 29. I chose to get bitten by the vampire lord. So, I'm going down that path. It's been pretty cool. There was a mission where we had this is girl, Serena. You're hanging out with you, free her from like a tomb type thing. And, you have to, at one point, trying to find her mother. And you go to the soul cairn. And that was kind of annoying because there's like side missions you can do in there. And of course, I had to do them. I had to find this guy's horse's skull. And, I have to get like 10 journal pages for this dude. And, I'd collect these soul husks for this other guy in kind of in exchange for items, but I was in there for a while and I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Eventually I just did what I needed to do in there. Got a new shout, which was cool. But that was kind of, it was a little tedious, and it was kind of like in regular Skyrim when there's a part later on. I guess you can do it whenever. I forget where it is though, but you have to collect the Crimson Nern roots. I remember trying to find those things for like an hour and a half in this one underground area. It's like almost like a little kind of a city. Eventually I was able to find them all, but I was like, ugh. I mean, I didn't have to do it, but you kind of like, I need to, and then you're getting like worn out from playing it. But that was, it's been fun. That storyline's been pretty cool. You can go out during the day as a vampire. Your stamina just won't regenerate, so you'll get the shit kicked out of you by tougher enemies. And you'll have to burn through stamina potions as well. But it doesn't just kill you, which is nice. And then as it like if you don't drink blood or feed, you'll like actually get more powers like vampire seduction, and you can turn into the vampire lord, and you're like you can't like grab items or anything. You can pretty much just fight everything, and you could either do claws or you can use both hands with like magic. It's kind of cool. I kept a quick save there if I didn't want to join them and just kind of go back, whenever. I don't know if I will, but kind of go back and do Dawnguard side, because they have the guy's castle, I forget his name, like Malkavar or something. He's Serena's dad as well. It's really cool. It's a castle, like kind of northwest of Solitude. And then the Dawnguard base is really cool too. It's like a fortress. It's like behind Riften a little bit. So definitely they did some cool stuff with that there. I think there's a new dungeon or two. I collected some rings, and it's kind of a side quest to it. And then other side quests for that DLC are taking place in existing dungeons from the main game. It's funny, I always say the first time I played through was PS3. I played like 95 hours, and the second time I played it through in early 2016, I put over 100 in. But the game opened up for me both times after, and I knew to do it this time as well. After I get the mace of Moloch Ball, or whatever his name is, the Daedric Lord, because you can do the Daedric side quests. And those are always fun. And once I get that thing, I use that like most of the game. It opens up so much more because it's a very powerful weapon. The house building stuff's fun too. I'm collecting books to put in my library, and I'm trying to get them to all stay perfectly on the shelf. But it's hard with the smaller books. The bigger books will do it. I got my 4 copies of the 4 Mythic Dawn commentaries from that Daedric side quest. Those are the books that were in, you found and read in Oblivion. There's a couple of shout-outs to Morrowind too in this one. The DLC and Oblivion, actually. No, not Morrowind, sorry, it was Oblivion. They kept mentioning what happened because Oblivion takes place like 200 years in the past. or something. Yeah. It's actually pretty nice out today. I had to go to Stop and Shop earlier. So I did that. And I'll probably get an eating video too. Maybe I'll do another Subway eating video this month. I know people have mentioned McDonald's over the past. I will eventually do a McDonald's one. It's just I'm gonna have to find a really solid day that I want to do it, and it's not too cold out, so I can ride my bike there and get back. And that's the funny thing is I still might have to microwave it briefly. I don't know. Not too. It wouldn't be like freezing, but you know, it's super cold, the food. But I don't know. I guess I'll find out. But the Subway's a lot closer by bike. I can get to that Subway in probably 10 minutes, so maybe even less, depending. Maybe I'll do like a steak and cheese or a meatballs or something. Kinda has to be one of those two. It's usually those two and tuna, like the three things I eat from there. This puzzle we're doing that's underneath the laptop right now, part of it, is coming along nicely. It's a nice looking puzzle. I'll probably snap a picture of it when we're done and put it on Instagram or whatever. I was saying, what was I gonna say? Jeez, I just like blanked out. Oh, I had no ornaments for this tree, so she got me a Broncos ornament. I put that on Instagram, so that was nice of her. It's a heavy ornament, so I had to kind of have it hanging on a branch, but resting on one below it. But I ordered another one kind of for the both of us from Amazon. What else? I'm trying to think. I haven't really watched much. Oh, we watched Away. I watched it's Away, the Mars show. It's on Netflix with Hilary Swank. She watched the whole thing. I watched the first 5 episodes, then she kept watching it. So if I want to, I'll have to finish it up. It's actually pretty cool. It was really good. I haven't watched much though. Just listening to creepy stories on YouTube. I've been doing a lot of that. Creepy Christmas stories now is the time. It's creepy Thanksgiving and creepy Halloween before that. It was windy as hell here yesterday and last night, and raining. And this is like upstairs, this apartment, like when the wind hits this house, like it shakes. It's like you gotta get used to it. My back's hurting a little bit. Yeah, so another month of videos coming. This is day 1. Alright, so yeah, I have this week's almost kind of lined up then. Do the second unboxing of the Upper Deck cards. The PlayStation USB for the PS Mini. Gameplay. Camera picking, scratching, tapping, brushing. And probably the pickups video, so that'd be see. It's funny, like I have the vids I want to do in my head, and then I kind of, something else comes up. I mean, eventually I get to them, but they, I don't know how many videos I deleted a decent amount of videos. That might be like 20 I've deleted over time. There's still some now I delete, but I look at them. But they have like no views, barely any likes, like a comment. A lot of older ones. I remember I did very early on, I did a match lighting one. I was like, oh, people seem to like these because you see other ones, and like no one cared on my channel. Then I did another one that did a little better, but still, I was like, alright. I do try to keep it as varied as possible. And I know I rely on them. Not rely on, but I just kind of end up doing gum chewing a decent amount now. You know, even the Christmas video yesterday is not going to view that well, mainly because there's no gum chewing in it. Christmas haul video, I'm sure, like I've done in the past. Maybe even Christmas Day, I don't know. We might do like a brunch type thing here with my aunt and her mother. My aunt, my fiance's mother, I should say. And we did that for Thanksgiving, the four of us. That was nice. And, you know, I'm deciding how to go about things in, 2021. I might start doing like the super chat live stream, whatever it is. Maybe once in a while. I gotta say, I attempted to do a similar thing on this laptop a while back, and it was just running so poorly, like performance-wise, that I was just like, So maybe there's just a couple of things I kind of want to do. I kind of want to get a capture card at some point too. Figure out that thing. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, excuse me. What else? Well, people want to see a cat video. I'll probably do it with my cell phone. It'll probably be pretty short. She's laying on the couch right now, actually. Sleeping. She's snoring. You might hear her on the mic. She's not snoring super loud, but she's... I don't know. I did a cat video a while back with just like not showing them. I mean, but like I'm petting the one cat and he purrs loud. She doesn't purr super loud, but I'll try to maybe film her for like 5 minutes. Maybe I'll even do it on here. I'll put her in my lap. Maybe film her for 5 minutes and then kind of just ramble or something like that. Give her some pets. I shouldn't have done that. Kind of woke her up even though she's just literally back to sleep in like 4 seconds. And I'm pushing towards that 5K. I'm closing in on 4,800. Maybe I'll be there. I forget what do I have? I think I'm only a few off. Might sound like I'll lose subs in game. It's weird. Anybody who has a channel, you'll always notice, like all of a sudden you get, maybe it's dead accounts, people just tired of watching your videos, I don't know. But it like bounces and drops and boom, boom, boom. But I'm a little over 200 away. I would have liked to have gotten there by January 1st. It's still possible, but probably won't happen. which is cool. That's a big number, 5K. So I'm excited to kind of push forward towards that. Keep grinding. Like I said, I'm probably try to pick up a new laptop or something sometime next year. I mean, this is still working, even though it's falling apart. It still does what it needs to do, so I will keep using it for the time being. Really not much else to chat about, I guess. Maybe get back to the regular movies sometime late next year, I don't know. Kind of miss that, going to those horror movies. There's like 4 people in the theater. I went into the video game trading post in Sunrise Mall last week when I was out there. Haven't been there a while. It's a cool store. They had one originally in a basement in Massapequa, and it was somewhere before that. And then this is the second store they had, so he must be doing pretty well, or good enough, I guess. I don't know. It's a cool store though if you're into retro stuff. There's a ton of it. I mean, a ton of it. It's just staggering how much stuff there is. I was actually in there looking at some of the Super Famicom games, because there's some Super Famicom games in there. And I went into Gamestop, and I guess they took out, which is weird because the video game trading post has the games everywhere out, and they'd have to, but GameStop has nothing in their store, how they have the kind of the bins or whatever that would have not bins even, but they'd have the lower priced PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, whatever, PS4 games. Those are gone. There's nothing in there. It's crazy. I know GameStop's been shutting down stores and stuff, and they're kind of on the way out, which I know a lot of people. I know there's a lot of videos out there, people just ragging on GameStop constantly. Honestly, I never really minded GameStop. I guess it always depended on what store you went to and how the employees were. But I always usually had fine experiences with GameStop, and there's 1 or 2 times where it was unpleasant, but I mean, that happens everywhere. I've gotten a lot of cheap games from there. They always have, pretty good deals. Actually, it's 2019. Well, yeah. Last April, when you get those 4 for $20, and I did it before back in March, I did it too, before everything shut down. I got a bunch of games. I did those pickup videos. It used to be awesome back in the day when it was, before they bought EA and EB, I should say, not EA. And they were still Fungoland or Babbage's. I remember they would have back in even until 2002, they would still have NES games everywhere in there. But that changed. Some of them actually, they started to, I guess, take trade-ins on old games, and you would see some in some of the stores, but like I said, I never really minded GameStop at all. Although it's funny, I don't know if I ever did the pickup video for this, or if this was before I started the ASMR channel. It might have been on my other channel. I went to a garage sale, and there's a PS3 Slim there. It's got 2 controllers, the connections. And I'm like, oh man, let's see how much this is. I'm like, how much for this PS3? And the woman goes, I'll sell it to you for what they offered me at GameStop. I was like, okay. And then she goes, $5. I was like, I was like, somebody who worked at that GameStop had to have been trying to scam her. Because I know I've heard the stories of they'll try to take advantage of people that don't know much about the games, parents or older people who just aren't into games. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they would have offered her $5 for a PS3 Slim at any point, unless it was broken, and it wasn't clearly. I was like, okay. I was like, really? And then I was like, alright, I'm not gonna argue with you. I actually used that for a little bit, then I ended up selling it, making like $80, so that was like weird. So either that was someone trying to scam her, which is pretty fucked up. It wasn't broken, obviously, so $5 just makes no sense. That was still so crazy. Now I'm thinking about it. $5 for that thing. Was it 5 or was it 10? It was not more than 10, but I'm pretty sure it was 5. And either way, they wouldn't offer you 10. That still blows my mind. I'm pretty sure it was $5. Now, granted, this was, if I didn't do this, did I do that video on ASMR video channel? I don't know. It might have been 2015, but even still, $5 for PS3 in 2015 is crazy. And it was the Slim too. I think it was was it 120 or 160 gigabyte? But then I was like, I gotta sell this. I played it for a little bit. Then when did I sell it actually? I can't remember. But that was my other PS3 before that. I was thinking of. But yeah, guess I'll stop that here. As I'm mind blown again by the $5 PS3 Slim at garage sale. But yeah, anyways, Whispered Ramble to start December, and plenty more vids to come. Thanks for checking us out, and have a good day.